Closing arguments start tomorrow morning in the hearing for the two APD officers charged with murdering James Boyd. Both sides rested their cases today after 6 days of testimony. News 13's Gabrielle Burkhardt has been following this case each day. Gabrielle?
Defense attorneys and prosecutors used unusual tactics in court to help drive home their points. We also heard from one of the key witnesses in the case, the man police say was one of the main reasons officers shot Boyd.
I do.
K-9 handler Officer Scott Weimer-Skirsch was the final defense witness to take the stand. His testimony will help a judge decide whether retired APD Detective Keith Sandy and Officer Dominique Perez will go to trial on murder charges for killing James Boyd.
For over an hour, I tried to de-escalate and negotiate a peaceful surrender.
The defense played the K-9 handler's lapel video.
I need you to drop all the knives. I'm telling you, you can't come walking to you.
Weimer-Skirsch says he planned on officers to use less lethal force to arrest Boyd. Then he moved in.
Why did you move closer to Mr. Boyd if, in fact, you put your safety at risk?
Anytime we take someone into custody, it's dangerous.
He says less lethal tactics didn't work, like the dog attacking Boyd's bag instead of Boyd. It's the K-9 handler's close proximity to a man with knives police point to as the main reason Sandy and Perez shot Boyd.
By shooting Mr. Boyd, what did Officer Perez and Detective Sandy do for you?
Saved my life.
Defense attorney Sam Bregman stood on a platform to make his point about the same distance Boyd was from Weimer-Skirsch.
Is this a better perception of what you saw on that day in the mountain?
Yes, from my perspective.
Special prosecutors used the same platform to argue Boyd was moving toward the ground when officers shot him.
The perspective here, it changes to whether someone's a deadly threat when they turn away from you, doesn't it?
Based on perception.
Weimer-Skirsch maintains.
I was in the most, helpless position. I couldn't react to that actual threat, so they did.
The K-9 handler was not holding a weapon when Boyd was shot, but prosecutors argued he could have reached for his gun if he felt Boyd was a deadly threat. Back to you.
All right, Gabby, thank you. Earlier today, two APD officers took the stand defending the shooting. One sergeant told the judge he would have shot Boyd were he in the same position as Sandy and Perez.
Numerous times he said that he would kill us, that we weren't going to go home for our families tonight, that he hoped we were prepared to die.
The officers testified Boyd was very threatening and that all less lethal options had failed, but prosecutors pointed out that another nearby APD officer was providing lethal cover that day and did not feel the need to shoot. We will be live streaming tomorrow's closing arguments on our KRQE app. No word on how long the judge will take to decide if Sandy and Perez will go to trial or have their charges dropped.